Hey, Shalom, Akim Shalom. First thing and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Vashimi Hawashai, Bahashim Hakwadash. I'd like to give double honors to the elders, the apostles of Great Millstone. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. News in this gospel broad, lifting up the standard of Yahweh, Vashimi Hawashai, wherever it may be. This is titled, man, we just can't let Satan win, brothers, man. All right, you just can't let him win. You just can't, man. We in times now that things are gonna be extremely different in our lives, man. From people to things we do to things we encounter to situations we end up going through. Like I always use the terminology or the saying, uncharted waters, and you have to be prepared to swim through the deepest and darkest waters to see the other side of the shore, man. You're not rooted and grounded, you will drown. Point blank, period. This thing is about being rooted, man, and understanding what you're in and understanding the type of attacks and forces that's going to come up against you. We just can't let them win, man, because the scriptures, what did the Lord tell Peter? He said, look, Satan desired to sift you as wheat. Satan has a hit out on us, brothers, man. And you have to understand that. You have to understand that what you're up against, you're in a spiritual war. Okay? You are in a spiritual battle for your very soul, because didn't the Lord tell us in Luke, he says your patience possess you your souls. So patience and temperance, man, like the scriptures say, he that ruleth his spirit is one that taketh the city. You know, brothers have been put in several positions that they had to hold their peace and not react to certain things, man. And it's not always easy, especially when it's along the lines of things that you're very passionate about, man. It's hard not to react in a society that teaches you to react. And you be less than a man then if you don't react. That's all tactics to the mind to get you to do something crazy, man. Because right now we're too close to the end of this thing to be making slip-ups and to allow this man, this devil, to throw us off our square and have us to do things that's out of character, man. All right? Now you got to understand this, man. The scriptures say, behold, I send you forth the sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore harmless as doves and wise as serpents. A serpent is very deadly, but it's very wise and subtle at the same time. And a serpent knows when to strike. You have to know when to strike and when to pull back. Okay? It doesn't make you less than a man because you didn't react off a situation that required or that was really required for a reaction. It doesn't make you less than a man to do that, man. Okay? And we have to understand being put in certain predicaments. We're going to be tried to the brink of insanity in this thing, man. And this is what the Lord is showing us. Okay, 2022 has been a trying year by far. It's been one of the hardest years I've had since I've been in the truth. No cap. I'm not gonna lie. This has been a very hard, very up and down, very emotional year. Very weird year. Okay, this is probably the hardest year I've ever had being in the truth. And it's just gonna get harder, man. Because you gotta think of it, man. You know, this is a division that's being created among people. Okay, the families and stuff like that, man. The truth brothers, you know, camps and stuff. The Lord is doing a big sifting, man, and we don't want to be part of that sifting by not being circumspect. Okay, and last thing you want to do is do some things that's gonna get the ministry in hotter water, because I mean they gunning for us, and when Esau comes for us, he's gonna have some falsified shit to pull up on us, man. So don't be surprised if your mom or your pops or your daughter show up to testify against something falsely against you. You can't be surprised about stuff like that, man. Yeah, it's gonna hurt you. It's gonna put you in a fucked up state of mind. But overall, the Lord said that, hey, you know, hey, the worst thing is the plague of the mind. So if you are tranquil in your Hawashai and you have that tranquility in the Lord, you will endure all things, because the scriptures say, even in the midst of temptation, the Lord will find a way so you can escape it. Okay? And testing your character, man, because this thing is all about testing character, because Satan is going to come through people you love and care about, man. He's going to come through your children. Satan he may hop on your wife, your woman, you know, hop on our women to do crazy shit to us and make us want to do something. But overall, man, you got to look at the bigger picture. You know, no, it's not fun. It's not pleasant to for somebody you care about to want to do things to harm you or, you know, railroad you or, you know, put you in jeopardy. But overall, man, you gotta let the Lord take care of our battles, man, because when we take things into our own hands, then we become blamed. We become a part of the problem, you know, and I get it. You know, taking a load on the chin on a bunch of wicked people. Like I say, if a 2/3, I mean, somebody come up and put their hands on you, that's different. You know, somebody come up and try to attack you, you know, and push you around. Of course, you're going to do what you got to do because you're a man. You know, that's a different situation. But overall, we can't put ourselves in predicaments that's going to make us to the point of no return. Okay, because it's scary out here, man. This is a scary world. Hey, Job said it. This is the land of the shadow of the land of this is the land of darkness. Everything around us is circumvented by death and evil, and you can feel the evil on people, man. I mean, you can literally feel the evil on these people when you go out and work. That's why you gotta pray. You know, you gotta pray every morning because, hey, these people are in the matrix, man. They are totally consumed with the dark spirit of Babylon. That's why the Lord said, hey, we got to be the light that shineth in a dark place. Because if everybody else is dark and we're dark, then what good would that make us if we're in darkness like everybody else? Especially when you have the light and this understanding, this truth, man. So we can't let Satan win, man. You know, you brothers out there, man, you few sisters out there, you women that's attached to the man of the Lord, man. This goes for you too. Even if you're not a sound believer, you can't let Satan get in your mindset and make you do something that you're gonna regret, man. You know, you gotta look at the bigger picture. You gotta look at the bigger picture. Look at the body. I mean, do you sometimes you gotta cut off the arm to save the body. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta do so. But do you kill the body to save the arm? Fuck no. You don't do it. Alright? Other than that, the whole body will die, and then you won't have an arm. So sometimes you gotta, that's why the Lord said, if your right hand offended, pluck it off, man. Sometimes you gotta cut off members, man. Sometimes you gotta do shit to save the body, man. Because if you're in a volatile situation, that can affect everybody around you, and then everybody else gets, you know, beat up and put in an unfavorable predicament because, you know, we're not using wisdom and discretion. Okay, so that's why Ephesians 6 chapter is a good chapter to read. Scriptures say that we wrestle not against flesh and blood, because demons are hopping on people, man. You know, demons are hopping on people. Demons are hopping on, you know, brothers, man, to make them think certain things and put them in a bad spirit to want to, you know, act out. We can't allow that. We got to be strong in our mindset. I don't give a damn what you're going through. Let the Lord handle it. Cry about it. Cry to brother as much as you got to cry about it, man. You know, shed as many tears as you need to. It don't make you weak. You know, you just do what you got to do to get through the hurt, and you keep pushing. If you got to take a couple of days for yourself, then do it, man. You know, do it. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, we understand, but overall, man, Satan is out here. He wants us. He wants the men of the Lord. And the Lord is ultimately sifting. You know, the Lord is doing a major sifting, and it's getting scary. You just don't want to be part of that sifting. Okay, you don't want to be part that falls on ground. You don't want to be part of the parable. What is it, Mark 4, I think, about the parable of the seeds, the sower and the seeds, man. Some fell upon stony ground. They wasn't planted and rooted. You can't plant a garden on concrete, man. You got to, you know, you can't do it that way. It doesn't work that way. You know, you got to plant it in fertile soil, probable soil, so therefore it can be rooted and grounded and it can grow. You throw a mustard seed on concrete, what's going to happen is going to get ran over. It's going to be uprooted. So, yeah, not letting Satan win, man. Satan's going to hop on. Satan might hop on your mother to do some fuck shit to you, man. How do you handle it? You know, you say your piece about it and you keep it pushing, man. I mean, it's easier said than done, but look at the overall benefit of walking away from certain things and not getting yourself in a fucked up predicament. It's just not worth it, man. You know, it's just not worth it. Compared to what we getting ready to get, man, it's going to be all a bad dream in a little bit. We're going to get everything back. We're going to get our children back. We're going to get our women back. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get all that shit back. We're going to get everything back that we've lost on this side. It's just temporal. Yeah, it sucks now that we lose things we really want, but it just, hey, that's part of this faith. It's part of life, man. You know, and just a matter of getting over certain things, man. All right? You just can't let this devil win. All right? And the way it's looking, man, he's finna turn up the notch, okay? Because Esau Edom, he got sleeper cells out here. He got people that's watching us. He got people that's gonna come up, you know, like that incident that happened to the brother a couple of weeks ago in South Carolina. That guy came up, man, was all in the brother's face. You know, stuff like that is gonna happen to try to tempt us. Certain agents gonna come up and try to provoke you. certain little grimy ass Jakes might come up and try to fight you. You know, and I mean, if Jake, you know, throwing punches at us, then, you know, it's gonna get dealt with regardless. But the reality of it is, if you can avoid that, then avoid it. You know, a peaceful resolution is always the best resolution. Even if you get into a shouting match with somebody, it's better than, you know, putting yourself in jeopardy, man. You know, sometimes just shout it out with a motherfucker and get it out your chest. Cry about it, you know what I'm saying, and be done with it. You know, there ain't no point of putting yourself in a bad predicament. We have to be very, very careful, man. We have a very special office to hold in this thing. We have to understand that this is a very, very fragile work that we're doing, and the Lord, he doesn't need kinks, man. The Lord is gonna iron out those kinks, you know. So hey, if Satan can't get you in one way, he gonna get you in another way. He gonna try to, but you gotta be prayed up and anoint yourselves and ask the Lord for protection. It's all through mercy at the end of the day, man. But I'm gonna end it here, brothers, man. Giving all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai Bashim Rakakwadash. And with that, shalom and the Bible ball. Shalom.